What's up, everyone? Welcome to Great Plains. We have a round of 32 tournament game for the PK Clan tournament. This is Kanice playing as the Aztecs in the color blue. His opponent is Lilbo playing as the Spanish in the color red. So this is getting to the still in the early stages of the tournament, but getting a little bit deeper. We're round of 32. Ooh, a early crack shot on this XP treasure. So we see what Lilbo's game plan here, and everybody knows this is the first map of the series in this tournament for each round, at least up to the round of 16, I believe. And so there's these XP treasures, so players are picking their civs kind of a little bit based on these treasures, which can be super valuable and help in the early game and kind of just totally change up strategies. So Lilbo looking to get those, but both players are going to have a good chance to grab some of those, because Aztecs likely to age up early and get those Jaguar Knights out on the map and potentially take some treasures. Spanish, of course, has their War Dogs, so that's a possibility there as well. But taking a look at Kanice's opening, he does have the market now getting hunting dogs, has the community plaza, and getting a house, so perfectly macroed this situation. Very, very nice opening. Got an XP treasure, I believe that was, so he's going to have his shipment coming. 3 villagers. He's got 1v1 FF. So lots of military shipments in age 3. Also has grain market for potential late game. He has some late game cards economically. But look at that. Wow, Spain already taking, before 2 minutes, taking a 210 XP treasure. 3 vills are on the way for Spain, but also capitalism is already queued up. This is insane. He's got back-to-back shipments in age 1. And trying to grab that explorer, splitting up the war dogs, trying to find him, and he did find him. But I don't know if, yeah, you're gonna lose that that first little Pablo, as the Eagle Scout is helping that war chief, and that's gonna be a sad little loss there. So let's take a look at Spain's deck. Okay, we have GP, so this is a map, a deck made for this map. We have 8 pike and 7 rods and the fast age up card. Lots of military shipments in age 3. Wow. And then also some age 4 upgrade cards. Well, just 1 upgrade card and some military. And already taking the crack shot on this treasure here. I'm sure Lilbo knows that Aztec is likely to get those Jaguars out. So he's trying to get these treasures as quickly as possible. I'm sure he's practiced this as well. So let's go over the players a little bit, since some people might not know these guys. So Kanice has been playing Age of Empires 3 for a very long time. He's always been one of the top players. Doesn't play all that often anymore, I think. But he's been known for, it used to be Japan, and he would just do crazy water strats. Japan, Portuguese, and Chinese, and Aztec are his main 3 civs. So definitely not the standard meta over the years. So there was always an interesting experience at him in tournaments, because he would find some very OP strategies, and people would often be kind of rooting against him, I think. We have a huge moment here as Kanice has aged up. He's got his Jaguars, but they're in the wrong spot, and the treasure contention is insane here. The war chief taking quite a bit of damage. He's got, wow, 750 HP. And it does look like, yeah, okay, Aztec forced to retreat. The Jaguars a little bit slow, and so the treasure is going to go over to Spain. Massive. They must have, again, 2 shipments available already. So Jaguars trying to get the Explorer. They're going to be able to do that. But the dogs do escape. So I say that's a very good trade overall for Lilbo. He's not even close to hitting up to the next stage, though. He's got 16 Vil age up, so... Oh, wow, I didn't even notice. Oh, he could have even more shipments available if he had a TP, but he went for the market start and ended up going 16 Vil, so that is a little bit late. I think kind of try to, if you go on market, you try to aim for 15 Vil age up, but either way, it's going to be around the 4 minute, 45 second time there. And I guess he didn't go for TP because it's likely to be sieged by these Jaguars anyway, so that makes a lot of sense. So instantly queuing up 700 coin. Oh no. Oh no, the Jaguars are right there. The dogs here to defend, but are they gonna maybe they can delay it enough with TC fire to save the outpost, and I think that's the entire goal here, and that's gonna be the case. Wow, okay, I like that. I thought that was really risky to be placing that outpost there, but it ends up working out. And interesting that he gathered for a church. Okay, again, I mean, it looks like Lobo really thought about this matchup quite a bit, at least in the lobby before queuing up the start of this game, because he knows that TP is unlikely to be saved unless you have to use Minutemen, which you don't want to do. You want to get up as soon as possible. So he gathered enough wood for a church, which is going to give him a bunch of XP anyway. And then, of course, he's got those 2 big treasures early in the game. So I really like the game plan from Lobo here. And 700 wood is now coming. I wonder if he's going to go for 5 vills. We'll have to see. But let's take a look over at Knies. He's got 7 warrior priests. So he danced for a few, or whatever you want to say that they do here at the community plaza now. I guess they're just chilling here, but discussing amongst themselves how to get a better XP rate. Anyway, so picking up some treasures. Looks like, yeah, the deck does say FF, and I think that's what we're gonna see. 700 wood coming in for Aztec now. So he did not send 600 coins, so he went 3 warrior priests, 5 vill, 700 coin. And yeah, he's gonna be slowly aging up to the 3rd age, so he's gonna be quite a bit behind his opponent, but he might end up using this card here to age faster. I think that might be a necessity, but it is a good thing that he forced his opponent to place that outpost at home, so the pressure will be a bit later because of that. Valks cannot ship to that forward tower because it's in base now. All right, man, this is a really exciting matchup, and I don't know who's favored. I feel like Spain typically does a pretty good job putting the pressure on, but again, that outpost being at home totally changes the pace of the game. He did rescue his explorer back, and he can make more dogs, which are super strong units in H3 especially. Barracks is up, and he's got some musketeers. The 7 rods were his shipment of choice, not 5 vills. He does have a shipment available still, and he's gonna probably have close to another one by the time he's up. We do see 1 war hut trying to go up in the front of the base, and it's gonna, wow, I'm actually surprised that the rods didn't commit there, but I think that might have been a good choice since we do have the 3 jaguars in stealth here. And yeah, he's going for the fast age up card now, still saving a bunch of wood. So yeah, he's probably gonna go for the 2 noble hut age up. I believe that is the elder. And now he's he's got 10 warrior priests now, and he's getting all these warriors, which are very strong units for what they cost. I mean, basically they don't cost just a little bit of time, which you are sacrificing some XP, but the commitment is here. Jaguar is getting on these rods, and that's going to do quite a bit of damage. The 4 Huss from the age up, one's staying at home, unfortunately, but I think either way, this is going to be a good hold for Aztec, with the War Hut and the TC doing quite a bit of damage. Still spawning warriors, and these guys, as soon as they die, they come back pretty damn quick because of the 10 warrior priests. So I think it's going to be a very good hold for Aztec. Spain, they caused some idle time. They forced the community plaza to not generate XP. So that's a little victory, but I think overall that was in the favor of Aztec. And there are the 2 noble huts. So that fast age up came in. He's up before 9 minutes with 10 warrior priests. So pretty good strategy, pretty good civ, I think, Aztec, and especially when Knies is playing as the Aztec. But we do see Falconets. I think the macro is for Arrow Knights. I think we're probably going to see that. Another benefit of that age up politician is more HP on War Huts and Noble Huts. So Noble Huts have over 3,000 HP. So that's going to take quite a bit of time to take. And I think the positioning is very good too, because the TC is going to be able to defend. And if you're going for the TC, it makes it a little bit awkward positioning. But this is a lot of units. We do have 9 Jaguar Prowler Knights coming in as a shipment. Arrow Knights going to get at least 4 of them. And with the 9 Jaguars, I think this is going to be enough to defend. Going to be very difficult, though. Arrow Knights targeting the Falc Jaguars have been shipped in. What is going to be the next shipment? Should send something as soon as you can in the midst of this. If possible, you want to get everything out there as soon as possible. But frontline frontline battle there. I think the benefit was to Aztec. TC is still loaded up. One Noble Hut getting pretty low. Jaguar is getting in there again. They're good against both the cavalry and the infantry, especially the musketeers. And we have 6 Eagle Knights being shipped in now. Oh man, one Falcon is so close to going down, but it looks like all the Arrow Knights are dead. Warriors helping defend, constantly spawning these War Dogs in front as well, doing a bunch of damage. Oh man, the TC should really focus. Oh, Warrior! Oh my gosh, he's sending out the Warrior Priests. Here come the Eagle Runners. TC really needs to focus this Falconet. It's at 34 HP. But he also was able to get up another Noble Hut in the back of this. Oh my gosh, I really wish he would just focus that thing. Intense hold here. It's looking pretty iffy. Oh boy, I wish he would send... Oh my, he doesn't have coyotes! Oh, there's like a 9 or 10 coyote shipment, but he does not have it in deck. Oh my gosh, maybe he took it out because he's facing Spain. By the way, that first Falconet has been targeted down. We have 10 Warrior Priests, but one's about to go down to 9. TC is targeting that second Falconet. More Eagles, there's 7 of them now. Falconet about to go down, 3 HP. Will it escape? No, it does not, and that is pretty big. Yeah, man, this is intense. Intense hold there. 13 Slingers. Now the next shipment, and that's a very, very good shipment. Warriors still being spawned. And should be switching over to XP in a second, but so much going on. Knies has to reset his villagers, get some population by building houses. Wow, just a pretty wild push there. Spain is not letting the pressure off, but we do see a bit of a switch up here, going with the 1,000 wood shipment after 4 straight military shipments. Man, that was crazy. My heart is racing just watching this. I bet Knies was... I mean, he's been a defensive player his whole career. As I was saying a little bit earlier, his playstyle with all those civs, Japan, Aztec, and Portuguese, was always defensive and water focused. So he is totally used to playing on the back foot and defending in whatever way he can, even utilizing at some points. I don't know if he has it in his deck, but so the card that gives more HP for buildings, I don't think he has it in his deck. But yeah, wild game so far. He is struggling a little bit for food, but you know, it's a good thing he has these shipments in deck that cost coin but give military, and he can obviously generate a bunch of XP. So he's going in for a fight here, and I think he has a good composition. The Eagles are standing back, which you would want to see them get some damage in here, but it makes sense. You don't want to lose them to the skirmishers. And he does have the elite slinger upgrade, so they're going to trade pretty decently against slingers. And I think maybe his next shipment is going to be this one that gives them more range and more hit points. Could do very well against skirmishers at that point. He does get his 2,000 HP war chief back, and he is going to go in and snare, and then the slingers are going to do damage. He is getting more HP from the community plaza at the moment. Still keeping these Eagle Runners back. A very strategic choice, but now trying to get in the back lines and get some extra damage on these dogs and rods. And the Explorer does go down again, 100 XP. It is something. It's not nothing, but it's for the amount of HP he has. It's I don't know if it's fair or equivalent to what he's able to do in battle. And he is back again. So Knies is continuing to bring him back and get back on that war dance, war ceremony. And now boosting his Explorer yet again. He has a card that can boost him even more. There's an age up as well that can boost him, but that at this point would have to be for the industrial age, and at that point, if he sends that card, he can get probably close to 4,000 HP. I don't know, something crazy. But we do see villagers exploring out on the map for Aztec, as actually both players are trying to grab some resources on this huge 5,000 coin gold mine, which is super valuable. Villager micro, look at this, a 2 HP vill running away. Skirmishers is the composition for Spain at this point. Explorer going down. War Chief trying to snare, and oh, he could chip the slingers here. Oh, it is the extra range And where do they ship? They ship at home. War Chief goes down yet again. So these guys now have 18 range and 120 HP with just 10 damage, but they have a 1.5 rate of fire. So they are pretty comparable to the skirmishers at this point. Do they have faster speed? No, I don't think so. 30% range resist. Both have 30%. Now he's sending the 7 Coyote plus bonus armor and damage for the Coyote. So rounding out that composition, it looks like this is going to be a pretty solid composition. Let's grab that gold mine, which is very important. But Spain taking the hunt. Wow, this is kind of a weird map generation for the hunt, as Spain is kind of forced into the middle of the map and even hurting the buffalo towards Aztec. Aztec War Chief about to go down again, as these skirmishers are being utilized pretty well. Lobo's got some good micro going on here. And Huss shipment, looks like that was the 5 Huss potentially. So with that 1,000 wood, let's see, what did he do? He dropped an artillery foundry. That's interesting, because and here comes the Coyote shipment. He did not yet upgrade them to elite. That's unfortunate, but there's just 7 of them, so I can understand the reasoning there. They are going to get a lot of damage in, though. Focusing the Huss for the moment. Explorer, or the War Chief, is only at 97 HP, so he's not going to tank all that much in this fight. But the Eagle Runner is able to take out the Hussar, and now, okay, he's going to retreat as the dogs approach. Yeah, still, I mean, that was a good trade for Spain, I think. I think it could have been quite a bit different if that Aztec War Chief was at full HP, and he will be in just a second. So, I thought he was training more Coyotes, but no, that's just reinforcing, or the ones going back out for a raid. Again, the War Chief heading out to tank some shots from the skirm. Looks like a pretty much full slinger composition at this point. Score is like really in favor of Aztec with 38 vills. Lobo, oh my gosh, he's at 22 vills? We didn't miss a raid or anything. Were there vills in that fight? I don't understand that. Or did he just skip that many vills for all that military production? Wow, that's pretty shocking. And with that wood, it does look like Lilbo went for houses and an artillery foundry, but still not yet using that artillery foundry. I don't know. Maybe he was... I don't know. Yeah, he must have been thinking falconets, but saw that noble set stay up, and maybe actually 2 of them, and opted not to go falc. So he's at 24 vills now. We do have a pike shipment coming in, but still going skirm. It looks like skirm pike. Vills heading out to the west side of the map for Aztec. And economically, it does look like Knies is pretty far ahead. We do have capitalism though, so it's about a 27, about to be 28 Vill eco, but some Vills are going down to those raiding Coyotes. Skirmishers trying to trade well, but it's just... I mean, that Explorer just keeps coming back and buying time for Aztec. And let's see what the next shipment... Probably going to be 8 rods, yeah, and I think Lobo's just going to just push it in, force it in here. And it's going to be a tough job. Arrow Knights. So I think... Yeah, I think Knies saw that foundry and made some Arrow Knights in case there are Falcs coming. It's just 2 Arrow Knights, more in queue though. So yeah, I mean, could even be, I guess, a little bit of a mind game, but that is an expensive building to mind game with. Lots of Vills in queue for Knies. He's up to 51 now. Wow, and wow, I don't think he was hitting the train. Oh, he sent 8 Vills. Okay. So these shipments still coming in, and as long as he's not getting pushed in, it's just kind of trading, even if it's not like very cost effective. He's just buying time for his eco to really separate from Spain, and he did get back to 10 warrior priests as well. So yeah, it's just constant pressure, and I guess that's what, you know, Lobo was paying with idle TC, looks like, in order to keep up this pressure. So while it seems very scary, all this pressure, the cost of it, looks like it might have been too much here. Just 26 Vills. But I think it's probably, I mean, you know, he does... Alright, let's take a look at Lobo's vision here. He knows that there's coin there that he can't really do anything about. There's coin here in the base that he can poke around, which he just got a Vil kill there. Very nice. He knows there's a mine here and then one here. So, and looking at this map and the hunt, he has control of this hunt. So he's got to start thinking, okay, I gotta take over the hunt and make Knies struggle for food. So I think that's the approach right now. Knies does have Vils up here, but they are gonna get raided, and this could be a little bit of a turning point. We have 900 infinite coin coming in for Aztec at this time. Warhut going down, and Skirms are going to trade pretty well as the raid is deflected. Still has a decent amount of anti-cav, and Knies is still just going pretty much mace, or I should say slingers. They used to be called mace, Mace Holton, I believe. But DE changed them to Otantan slingers. Either way, there's still a decent amount of them. More war huts and noble huts going up for Knies, as he does have a lot of wood being gathered in the back of the base. Doesn't have any upgrades on that gather rate, though. And he's popped yet again 9 slingers coming from age 2. And that war chief just forcing back the military, able to get up the war hut and the noble hut. But this hunt is still a bit out in front, so he needs to try to herd that backwards. And suddenly, this is looking pretty good for Spain, actually. There's a lot of resources here, and this is making me think. I think Aztec is going for the scouting party big buttons at the TC. He's got the macro kind of for that, as he's not really spending any resources for the moment. He was housed, though, so I will give him that. And man, these Vils are getting closer and closer. The TC, I think, could even almost fire at these Vils. And look, there's at least one in range right now. He might shoot him. Oh, they don't one-shot him because of great kills. The Vils are sieging. What is going on here? They only have 5 siege, but trying to take out that market. And again, the TC. Oh my gosh, this is... I don't know, man. This is a bit of a runaround, I think, from Knies. This is his playstyle as well. Defensive and run around and just get the economic advantage. He's up to 55 Vils while his opponent is at just 30. But he does have a significant military advantage. We don't see the Aztec scouting party. Well, I think the first one is scouting party, and then there's, I don't know what the other ones are called, but he can definitely afford those, especially if he trades at a market, if he has one anymore. But it was just taken down. Wow, pretty intense. This pressure is just constant. Warriors coming out of the plaza, but dying pretty quickly after. House yet again. Knies needs population space. There it is, Aztec raiding party, and then I think the next one might be go time. He might be ready to push once that comes in, but he does again need a market. There it is, going up now. He's gonna need to buy 300 or 400 wood. Ooh, this is a great card, but you need to be making a lot of Jaguars. So he's gonna go send 1,000 wood. Might drop TCs with that, or get the next big button and more mace. So he's actually doing fertility. I believe that's what it's still called. Is that correct? That doesn't say the name there, but Vil's going down for Spain. I don't want to lose these Jaguars, though. They are pretty fast, but 2 of them go down. So he's popping out Vils very quickly. Now getting the lumber ceremony upgrade. Going to give that wood gather rate a boost, as both players are really starting to use the entire map. Still a ton of coin in this gold mine. 1k wood coming. Noble's hut. So Knies is definitely playing this defensive game. The annoying defensive game. Crates shipped over here. That is a safe spot for now. Jaguars going in for another raid. Let's take a look at Lil Bo's vision here. Doesn't see them as they're in stealth, and he's going to lose a couple more Vils. And Knies is just picking away at the Spanish economy. And yeah, I don't think at this point Knies cares if all these Jags go down. He's going to drop a couple back and save maybe 1 or 2. Good micro from Lil Bo there. But yeah, down to still at 32 Vils. And not too much vision. No second TC. A second TC would have been great off that 1,000 wood. And allowed Spain to continue their economic gains. But yeah, unfortunately, Lil Bo went a different direction. He might have actually, pulled a Robot and sold the wood for coin. That is definitely a thing that I've seen Spain do, mostly from Robots side, but people have been always abusive of the market in this game, so that's probably what he did there. A bunch of Arrow Knights too, which means you don't want to make any Falconets. Oh, that's a lot of mace at this point. And now getting, wow, upgrades from the farm. Got some idle vills there. A town center going up. Yeah, okay. I was expecting at least another town center, maybe two, as that is definitely Kinesis playstyle. But again, the range advantage is still with these skirmishers, but that is a ton of slingers. And then these Arrow Knights, they do have the largest range. They're not super effective, just 11 range attack. I mean, it's a little bit better than the slingers actually. And they have the same rate of fire, so maybe not a bad composition. The Explorer going in as well to snare. Second wood upgrade, that's going to be even better for the Vills gathering wood. And this is looking like a great fight for Aztec as the war ceremony going on as well. Arrow Knights getting some damage in there. Jaguar could be raiding. It's just kind of a frustrating situation for Spain, I think. They just want to push, and they keep trying, but it's not happening. Second TC, not quite up yet. Oh, the war chief came over and stopped. He needed to fight, so Vills are building that now. But yeah, slowly, it looks like it's going in the favor of Aztec, and now utilizing this war hut over here to get some raids in. This could be pretty close to the end here, as Lobo feeling even more pressure on his economy. He's going to be down another couple Vills. Still going Spain, Rod, Pike composition, but just not able to do much with it as this massive Aztec just grew so much. Just does not allow Spain to push. Nice double kill there. I'm expecting another one. Oh, not quite, but getting some good shots off. Decent splits. Lobo, formerly a StarCraft 2 player, I believe. He's been around a little bit in the past for a short amount of time, so was surprised to see him in this tournament. Didn't even know he was playing on a Smurf account for quite a while. But yeah, very, very good player. And he played Spain when he came around a few years ago, basically doing all pure crossbow strategies and beating top players with H2 crossbow play for Spain. It was just insane, getting all the wood upgrades and spamming out pure crossbow, and he made it work. But looks like he's struggling a bit here. Maybe should have stuck with the H2 play this time. But he is trying to control this part of the map. But still, just economically, 32 Vills. You'd call it 35 with capitalism, and Aztecs up to 72, and not even utilizing that second TC at the moment, unfortunately. I'm not sure how active Kinesis has been, but he's looking pretty good here. There's not too many ladder games with some of these top players. There's a lot of guys that come back for tournaments and stuff nowadays, but always fun to see the old names. And yeah, he's going to be cruising to 99 Vills in no time. Getting more upgrades, just sent grain market. So his Vills on the farm are up to 0.73 food per second. Pretty darn good, as you have 3 mills, and he might be still hunting, yeah, just a little bit over here on this bison. But I'm not sure what Spain's game plan is from here. Let's take a look at what Lobo actually sees. He doesn't see too much. Doesn't see the TCs. You can see the elevation difference though. So the farms and the TCs are hidden. I think, I don't know. This is just a very, very tough situation for Spain. Seeing what we see, at least. And a couple coyotes in his vision. Running out of natural resources. He needs to take this TP to get the buffalo, the bison at home. Well, you know what? I guess not yet. There's still some bison and deer up here. So maybe a little bit premature to call that. But I just don't know compositionally what's going to allow him to push into this Aztec fortified base with all these noble huts, war huts, and TCs. Elite coyotes now coming for Aztec. They're rounding out that composition once again. Look at the 64 slingers. He does have the 12 arrow knights, and it makes it a very tough composition to deal with. We got eagles in there as well. Your first thought is always artillery, but with these arrow knights and their extra range, it becomes very challenging. Interesting that Kanice went for the native post, but did not get the bison tech, as he already has 3 farms going. And getting the 3rd upgrade, green corn ceremony. That's going to get, I think that's a 20% boost to that farm gather rate. He wants to get to that 99 vills very soon. And then, I mean, then you can start overpopping, and it just gets ridiculous if you get all the big buttons. For Aztec, you can get like 300 population overpopping by a crazy amount. And he's starting to do that war song. That's going to be, I believe, the Arrow Knight's big button. So he's at 30 minutes as well. So he's going to get everything. He's going to get maximum value here. I think we're going to see the insane overpop. You can go to the house and get the slinger. Oh, this one's going to be, that's the Eagle Knight. He's got, wow, this is going to be insane. I think he's going to wait to go in, and he's healing his units now with this. And the warriors are actually healing too. I had no idea. They have to go back down though once they get up to max, right? Oh, and now we have the wow, he's going for the slingers as well. And we do have industrial coming in for Lobo, but at this point, man, I do not know. There's a 259 population out here. Probably gonna get the big button from the TC. What else do we have from the estate? He's building the estate just for that. 31 Eagle Runners. You can get the War Hut one. That's gonna give Puma Spearman. Oh, maybe he's just building the estate just to have the estate. He's run out of coin. Even though there is this gold mine, still has a little bit left. But Arrow Knights now sieging down and killing vills. Lilbo, no shipment available with the age up. He did send Spanish gold. I missed that earlier, but still not as nearly as good of an eco as Aztec. And he starts taking this engagement, but there's just a ton of units that are going to be flooding his way. I don't know if the micro, any type of micro, can save Spain in this situation with all these eagles. They're insane 1.5 rate of fire and bonus damage against cavalry. These slingers just doing it all on their own for the moment. He's going up to industrial as well, and the Arrow Knights taking all this damage. Looks like they're gonna all go down, but it probably just won't matter. Still 30 Eagle Knights, and we have a card Knights hit points coming in. Actually, there's still some Arrow Knights remaining, and you can start to see the score difference. This is looking pretty grim for Spain. And yeah, at this point, with over 200 military pops, still a constant queue for Aztec as he's aging to industrial, looking very bad for Spain. And I think Kanice played this really, really well. And there's the GG. It was a defensive masterpiece, really, by Aztec, as he was able to pull this one out. Look at that home city, beautiful Aztec home city. I'm gonna go to post game to get these voices to stop yelling, but let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, Lilbo was ahead in eco for quite a long part of this game, but at one point that switched when Kanice was finally able to get his villagers gathering again. And I want to look at this vill chart. Yeah, it looks like Spain was just not training vills. Wow, that is a complete all-in from like the 12:30 mark. Oh my gosh, for almost 5 entire minutes, he basically did not train a villager. So you have to get damage done if that is your game plan. And I think he was also intending on making a bunch of Falcons with the follow-up from 1K Wood, but seeing those Arrow Knights present and the Nobles Hut standing, he opted out of that. And wow, that is pretty impressive defensive play by Kanice. Really what you want to watch if you're trying to learn Aztec or get better with Aztec. This is the player, this is the game to watch. Kanice is a master of that civ. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.